If you've ever wanted to play as Space Medieval Knights, yes, that's a thing, then the new Stellaris DLC's got you covered. Today I'm going to be following the tenets of the Toxic God in perhaps my favourite Stellaris playthrough of all time. Quick thanks to Paradox Interactive for sponsoring this video. You can get Toxoids with my link in the description. I'd highly recommend it, and it helps out the channel. Right lads, welcome to the new Stellaris Origin Knights of the Toxic God. I'm very excited about this. This is basically, Paradox took the medieval ages and thought, how can we put this into space? And it's genius. So long ago, our planet was divided, petty kings squabbled constantly, and our population bled for their vain ambitions. But with the coming of the first High King, all of this changed. Their inspired leadership forged a kingdom without equal. Above all else, the High King was pious, war was waged against any who denied their god, but still the heretics persisted. The king's prayers were answered when the Toxic God visited our world. So basically, some toxic entity visited this world and poisoned it, and a lot of people died. So the Toxic God soon left, but the king decided he wanted to find it, and he founded an order of knights. For centuries, these valiant souls searched tirelessly, but to no avail. The Toxic God had long since departed from our world. The next chapter of the quest will be written in the stars with the use of powerful relics. It was the order that built our empire's first orbital station. A mighty keep, it would become the springboard from which they plunged ever deeper into the cosmos. So obviously our home planet is the YouTube comments. A toxic place where we start with, not great amount of population. I think that the start should be on screen now for you to read. We also have the relentless industrialist civic. To live is to exploit. This civilization is built around the principle of living life to the fullest. So basically what we can do is turn planets into tomb worlds and sort of maximize our output. And as part of the roleplay aspect, I've gone for a feudal society. As you can see, the Toxic King is me. That's sort of how I'm described. I'm described as quite a toxic personality. I don't know what to do with that apart from run with it. So apparently I'm charismatic and expansionist. I swear this was randomized. I didn't do this, but my God, that's beautiful. I'll take that. Also, we have inorganic breath. So basically, each pop produces gases. Basically, if cows were useful with their methane excretion. And we also have wasteful. Ooh. Generous funding, frugal funding, regular funding. So this is the actual quest itself. I like how it's set up like this. Okay. We're going to have a generous funding. And we're going to try and find our Toxic God. I can't believe I named us the YouTube comments. It's toxic. What can I say? So I'm loving the different varieties of colors. These guys look really cool. Crown Prince. Our heir is aimless. Wonderful. His name is literally aimless. Alright, get to pick our first ascension perk. We're also going to ward off people. Go for that discovery for that extra research speed. I have no food. Quick, invest in farmers. We're going to starve. Okay, we do have this place. Ne'er-do-well. Okay. We need to invest in food. Like ASAP. God, now we're running out of credits. Situation. We don't have any consumer goods. God, things are collapsing already. We haven't even started. Okay, we're going to need to scale back on this. Jesus. Oh, God. God. My only planet, the YouTube comments are going to revolt. This is a hard start, man. Oh, Jesus. For centuries, the state has been devoting a large portion of resources to the quest and the order. And our recent change policy to reduce the Knight's budget has not been well received. Oh, God, I can't afford it. The Lord of Command has issued a formal request to return to the regular funding. Okay, fine. We'll do regular funding. Oh, we're like starving and everything's going wrong. Consumer good. God, Jesus. We're going to cut the spending. We just gained a Corvette. We can't afford it. There's a planetary revolt in the YouTube comments. I can't afford this. All right, we've quashed the rebellion. My God. Alien machine. A console and a large crooked lever. All right, pull the lever. Can't resist. Huge blast of energy. And it diffused a wormhole. All right, well, let's research it. Wow, we just created a wormhole. Okay. These are very rapidly out of control here. Right, how are we doing on our situation? Our quest to the new god. We are getting close to the next stage. All right, I'm roughly getting sorted now. It's going to call itself definitely a Frighter. Nebulous Excuse class, Dead Swerve class, definitely a Frighter class. Okay, we've made first contact. Let's chuck we have a choice. We can either put Pitiful Bombshell on it or Unshelved Bombshell. Let's put a pitiful one because Unshelved just sounds interesting. Oh. Floating outskirts of debris field, there's a crumpled up science vessel. The presence of bite marks and digestive fluid on the hull suggests it was chewed up, then regurgitated by some large predator. Ironically, the ship's crew were on a culinary odyssey of their own. Oh, they rated a staggering number of life forms on everything from the nutritional content to chewiness. Oh, another order. Oh, no. What are you? It's disgusting. Evangelizing zealots. They're a theocratic monarchy. This is probably not going to go well. So we need another toxic planet, and of course it's gonna be the social streamers Discord. Disclaimer, it's not actually toxic. It's just a joke. Ooh, this is a pretty place. My god. One of my favorite things about Stellaris is that, like, you come out, you look into a different, like, solar system, and they all look really cool. I've genuinely spent a long time in Stellaris 4 just, like, looking at these different areas. Oh, wonderful. Vlur's here. I don't want Vlur. Ah, the social streamers Discord. Oh. Tale of Night Lawless Doctor. Let's have a look at this. Night Lawless Doctor. What are these names? Thy reckless behavior almost brought death upon 5 of your fellow knights. Thou art of pure of heart, and thy goals art noble, but transgressions against the order cannot be overlooked. The Night Order commander was stern and severe. Around him all the knights were present, either in the flesh or via honeycombs. I really like this whole order thing. Oh, he's been stripped of knighthood and banished from the order. Oh, no. Later chronicles report the banished Night Lawless Doctor knew the sentence to be fair, but did little to ease his grief. When one's whole life has been in service of order, to be cut out from it is like losing a limb. As he'd done so many times before, the Lawless Doctor flew out of the keep's hangar into the great beyond. This time there would be no return. The Tale of Night Lawless Doctor, the Sage. Cast out from the order, Lawless Doctor made his way deep into a nebula. On a previous quest, he and his squire met a sage living on a secluded moon. God, I love this. Okay, he's found the Shroud Witches. Okay. He renounced his weapons and spent months amongst their students. While chivalry was respected, it was not an end in itself. A shame. It's all we are. It was late at night when the sage came to visit Lawless Doctor. They handed back the weapons the knight had abandoned, along with a data crystal. Thy squire is in grave danger. Thou art a knight no more, but the young one's life rests in thy hands. Go now, Paris Nebula waits. This is so cool! The information led the Lawless Doctor to an asteroid field. So he stepped into the theatre of a brutal fight. Weapon impacts both ancient and recent litters the walls. Deep within, the banished knight found a body in stasis, his squire's body. So he's wounded but stable. But the security systems word online, step back, marauder, thou art not welcome aboard. Stay thy weapons, I am no marauder. Ah. Oh. Let me take a good look at thee. Indeed, please accept my apology for the confusion. I know as Sinople, I'm the sentient AI of this ship. How did my fellow knight die? And what about my squire? He'd been wounded in the fight and lost consciousness. Okay, so he accidentally killed him. Okay. What did the marauders do? I was hacked and taken offline when they approached. Once I overcame, the hex cast upon me. It's such a cool intersection between, like, mythos and technology here. All this was long ago. It took ages to repair myself even after the hack. But tell me, if thou art a knight, what is thy quest? We are looking for the toxic god. I have multiple records and encounters with toxic space-faring entities. Unfortunately, most of my memories are locked. I can access the index of the records, but not the information itself. If I help thee, I want thee to take me off this ship. I long for contact with other sentient beings. Wouldst thou bring me to thy lord? Ah, so we either say certainly fair AI, thou hast killed a knight, or but we will shackle him. Now, how I see the knights is like a chivalrous order that's just toxic and kills everything around them. But like, think like Don Quixote sort of style. So certainly fair AI. Here he's returned. The return to the Order's keep was momentous. Here within the Great Hall, Sinople revealed they'd had contact with an entity very similar to the Toxic God. So we're on the track. Nice. So he not only put his life on the line, but also brought back a tangible clue. So he is a knight once more. Nice. So knights will now produce additional 3 Unity, and the Lord Commander produces an additional 4, or research. Obviously, we go for Unity. Now, I want to recruit an admiral, and here are my options. Mistaken Garters, Unkind Angel, and Pitiless Bombshell. That just changed in front of my eyes. I'm gonna go for Mistaken Garters. Alright, we've got to go Lord of War. It makes sense for knights such as ourselves. I'm really getting into this. This is really cool. Add Odd Factory to the Social Streamers Discord. Nice. The building at State of Decay tells of an old civilization, one that excelled at constructing things that stood the test of time. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that's so good. Right, we are going to have generous funding. And we're also going to crack open this alien box we found. Now we're going to go for Supremacy. Makes sense. I think our population just died from just existing in the Social Streamers Discord in the Odd Job Factory. Oh god, another population goes missing. We don't have the population to lose. There are traps capturing them. Alright, let's go secure the... Okay, this is not good. Ah, so we found the alien box. It holds 1 red, 1 blue, 1 green liquid. The liquid are less alien than they contain it, and our scientists have identified them as prime gene modification. So, we either get the green, red, or blue. Well, our guys are green, so Emperor Laith is going to choose something that looks like him, so we've gone green. We now have bioadaptability. I enjoy this. Like, each one says we're not sure what will happen during this stage. And we're not sure what's going to happen at the end. Oh, group of knights just came back from a long quest. Their spaceships are battered, their power armors have seen better days. It was a grueling journey that's yielded scarce yet precious insight about the toxic god. Despite the hardships endured, spirits are high, for they did not come back empty-handed. Their stories will make fine addition to the chronicles. I did not expect this at all. This feels really different from the other Stellaris origins. If I had to compare it to one, it'd be like the clone one where you're trying to figure out who created you and for what purpose. I mean, this feels like a grand quest thing. It's really cool. Like, I don't even need anyone else to be in this universe. Oh, no. Irrepressible Garters is a substance abuser. Excessive exploitation of YouTube comments. Our exploitation... Oh, no. Our exploitation of YouTube comments has caused a significant, perhaps irreversible change to the world's environment. Industrial pollution has caused significant climatic disruption via a runway of greenhouse effect, and rampant radioactive leaks have rendered large swathes of the planet uninhabitable by conventional means. Okay. So, either we mitigate what's been going on, or it burns. So we either take no action, or we let it become a tomb world. So we either try and prevent it from becoming a tomb world, or we let it become a tomb world. I'm gonna study the process of how to safely turn worlds into tomb worlds, I think. And we're gonna let things turn into tomb worlds. Because when we start conquering, what do you think's gonna happen? It's now too late to change our approach to this situation. The environmental damage to YouTube comments is now irreversible. Nothing we can do to prevent the spread of radioactive waste across the planet's surface. Unfortunately, they've not greeted this news with pleasure, organizing rallies against our leadership and complaining that our relentless pursuit of profit has ruined everything. Well, enjoy, buddy. Here we go. The transformation is complete. YouTube comments is now a barren, irradiated wasteland. Our researchers have studied the process and promised they'll be able to replicate it safely on other worlds, though some have expressed the unease as to exactly why we needed this ability. You mean now terraform planets into tomb worlds? Alright, so the YouTube comments are now... It's now just a tomb world. It's a barren wasteland. Oh no, there goes the industry. Alright, we're now gonna embrace our toxicity in the name of the toxic god. We're gonna turn every planet into a tomb world. See, look, I make a promise to the toxic god and he rewards me. Worry not, for I shall soon return, and if it favors me, I shall bear with me fresh news of the deity. Tales tell of the knight maddening disbeliever who left the keep many years ago on a secretive mission. That seems a bit of a weird name. Never to return. Such was her prowess that many refused to believe she had perished, even though her return was long overdue. Among them was her partner, Knight Terrifying and Unbowed. Why did we send off Maddening Disbeliever to find the entity and deity when we had someone called Terrifying and Unbowed? Long did she search for clues as to the Maddening Disbeliever's destination. Finally, she discovered a dusty parchment in a hidden compartment of her quarters. Though the parchment was faded and crumpled, two words had been circled numerous times. Milvanis Cluster. The Knight Commander swiftly approved the quest to pursue this lead. Right, so Terrifying and Unbowed is set off. So I'd like to point out that we ain't doing well. Oh, a spaceship has just turned up called Shadowed Princess. Alright, here we go. Arriving at Shadow Princess, Terrifying and Unbowed found clear signs of the toxic god. Nice! Substances are like those left on the top of the YouTube comments after the entity's passing were here, present in great quantities. Am I the toxic god? Oh god, I'm gonna find myself. Even better, a light spaceship was discovered. Oh no. She located a corroded, pestilent skeleton nearby the craft, all that remained of Maddening Disbeliever. Ugh, the god's poison reacted unexpectedly and killed her. It was clear to Terrifying and Unbowed that the toxic god frequented Milvanis Cluster several times before it visited the YouTube comments. Right. Manning will be remembered forever. More unity, more research, better weaponry. Pool's most venomous to YouTube comments. Yeah, I like that. More weaponry. In the meantime, by the way, we are doing badly on consumer goods and everything else. Turns out turning our capital into a tomb world and irradiating everything, bad idea. Low stability on YouTube comments and the social streamers Discord. To be honest, that's just the natural state of affairs. We're going to cut expenditures. We're going to drop this down to regular funding for now, just because we can't afford it. Alright, we are fighting, and thanks to the toxic god, we have won. Freeing up this area now. Just go chill over there. Through hard work and experience, Emperor Laith has developed new skills. I've got an eye for talent, boys. Isn't that nice? I recorded Koi Fish and Seema, so probably not. It's such a good name for this event. So this event, basically, someone blinks out of existence and blinks back in, and half the crew are missing, and everyone's confused. And in this case, that happened to the scientists, unwavering yet confused. I feel like the last part of the... Oh, what's this? Sure, we'll support the creation of a galactic community. Alright, we've got a galactic community. Now, we are weaker than everyone else, but that's fine, because we've been sort of spending our resources elsewhere. Alright, generous funding once more. I'm going to colonize Shamir. What else is toxic? I'm going to Google toxic things. Alright, boys, that's our name. Polychlorinated biphenyls is the name of our next planet. Good luck writing a postcard out to that one. Oh, more hostile mining dudes. Let's go send the boys in. Alright, boys, Toxic Knights. There we go. This is what they do. It's what they're good at. Excellent. I go home. God, look at the numbers. Eventually it turns into a tomb world, but look at it. Can't wait until we upgrade to a planetary administration, then we can get this. Look at that. No! Irrepressible garters! No! Insufficient naysayers are going to take up... This is amazing. I love these names. Jesus, losing so much. Alright, I'm cutting back investments. I can't afford it. We're going back to regular funding. Sweet Jesus, it's so expensive. Alright, we are going to go ahead and grab Galactic Force Projection. I think that a militaristic nation of knights does sort of suit us quite nicely. I like how my biggest threat isn't anyone else around me or anything like that. It's literally myself. Ooh, the shroud can reveal many secrets to thee if thou art willing to pay the price. Let's see. I enjoy the fact that it tells it like as a historical story. So it says in the year of 2248. Obviously that's the year currently. So it tells it as if it's being told in the future. I really like that sort of tense. A holy visitor came to Ne'er-do-well, a figure shrouded in mystery of a species hitherto unknown to us. He's called himself simply by Hod and offered us a bargain. In return for a price yet to be named, he would send a knight into the shroud. Rancy within the knights would at last glean the knowledge we sought. Let's do it. Send him in. The Surus of Secrets. To delve into the mysteries of the shroud, the Grandmaster nominated Knight Ephemeral to a fault. For those of you who don't know, ephemeral means like a short duration, like lasting for a short amount of time. With the Holy Visitor's guidance, she entered the unknown. Visions previously unimaginable flitted across her consciousness before an entity appeared. Surus of Secrets. Alright. Give us the scent of the first day of summer, the satisfaction of a challenge overcome, and the warmth of the love of this embrace. It spake. Then I shall reveal to thee what thou wish. Right. Do it. Ephemeral to a fault felt new memories entering her mind. Suddenly they, and indeed all pestilence, that's all of our species, could perfectly recall the very moment the toxic god unleashed its gift upon YouTube comments, even though it lay centuries in the past. Despite this, thought it... Oh no. However, we felt a profound yet intangible sense of loss sweep over us. Formerly pleasant sensations were dulled. Apathy spread like a wildfire, and afterwards it was hard to dredge up motivation for even the simplest of tasks. Despite this, the Order thanked Hod and praised Ephemeral to a fault for success of bringing back new memories from the shroud. So, the Order's keep will now grant us one further night job, or we shall erect a new monument. We'll do that. A new monument on YouTube comments. Okay, so people don't actually care enough to do anything. Alright, let's exploit this one ruthlessly as well. Coordinated fulfillment center time. Alright, time to Google what's toxic again. What is toxic? 7 types of toxic people and how to spot them. Here we go. This is what I'm looking at. The conversational narcissist here. That's the next one. Immolato Prime? No. Red? There we go. Conversational narcissist. I won't lie to you. It's been a massive, massive struggle trying to keep funding the whole quest for the toxic god thing at the same time as keeping our economy afloat. And I think we've just about managed it. It's been very stressful, I'll tell you that much. Because every time I reduce the funding to like cut the funding, they're like, hey, remember, it's been our goal for the length of time of our civilization for centuries, and you want to stop that quest? And then I feel bad. But I built robots who look awesome. I do want to kind of explode in population because we need, if we're going to go tomb worlds, then robots I feel like are going to be quite useful. Our guys don't exactly breed very fast. Also, the fact that we are exploiting these areas ruthlessly might have something to do with the fact that I fixed my economy. Just saying. Look at this. One day, a stranger arrived at the keep. As a tournament of squires was being held, most of the Order's knights were present. Clad in Neutronian armor, a stranger strode out into the combat grounds. The joyful chatter of the crowd died down as the newcomer drew his weapons. The challenge was clear, and with the blessing of the Lord Commander and unstudious mirror shade, Knight Red Perfectionist answered the call. Within moments, the fight was over, and Red lay bested on the ground. Oh. Pitiless idea died, his sibling Knight outfoxed. With 3 knights downed, the Lord Commander summoned the Order's champion, Knight outfoxed Naysayer. The chronicles are full of mighty warriors, peerless knights who have never known defeat, and Outfox was well on his way to join the ranks of these legends. The champion entered the area, weapons at the ready, and saluted his opponent. Don't fail us, Outfox Naysayer. Many a ballad would be written of the duel between Outfox, Naysayer, and the Sable Knight. For hours they fought, the challenger unable to trump Outfox's guard, and the knight unable to pierce the advanced armor of his adversary. So it's basically, the guys just got overpowered armor on. Thou art of passing skill, the strange voice echoed in the area. I see thy reputation is no boast. He laid down his weapons. I yield to thee, champion. Wouldst thou allow me to return from whence I came? The Order's code was strict, and that question had but one answer. Ah, so we're sending him home. Nice. But we're not allowed to follow him. Hang on a second. Not long after, the champion was confronted at his post by the Knight's Red Perfectionist, Pitiless Idea, and Outfoxed Incarnate. They asked to be let through so they could face the Sable Knight again. Give us a chance to restore our honor. Thou hast never known the bitterness of defeat. Its foul taste is best washed out in blood. So our guys that were killed by this individual are saying, let's do it again. What's more important, duty or honor? It was commanded by the Lord Commander that he would be allowed through, so we're not going to let it happen. Duty before honor. The Lord Commander's orders are clear, thou shalt not pass. Oh no. There was a long pause before the reply came, we're going through and thou shalt not deny us. Prepare to be boarded. Oh my god, they attacked in 3 versus 1. The fight was unfair, for Fox was careful not to harm the others, but in the end, with his life on the line, the Order's champion had no choice but to fight back with all of his might. The day ended in anguish and grief, for pitiless idea had been slain in the battle. His sibling was wounded and overcome with sorrow. Outfox was victorious and could carry out his orders, but he killed the fellow knight in the process. Knights now produce 3 stability. Unlocks Herald Knights option for the knightly duties policy. My guy took on 3v1 and won? Not only that, but managed not to kill them? So knightly duties, we have questing knights. So our current knights focus on the quest and nothing else, which gives us survey speed and anomaly discovery chance. Knight commanders, which gives us ship fire rate. Courtly knights, which available envoys. Or herald knights, edict cost needed upkeep. That's what he did. Well, I don't think we need to do that anymore. I'm gonna go for knight commanders. God, this is so cool. I know I keep saying, but I'm really enjoying the story aspect of it. It's just really immersive. ISS Incurable Indecision. These names are easily my favorite. Ah, brilliant raiders. Oh, bloody hell, it looks like a mushroom grew legs. I wish I called these guys Don Quixote now. That's a lot of swarms. We're running out of places that we can build star bases now. It's kind of getting to the point where this lock and mechanist dudes, not liking how they're looking at me. Go ahead and build a spider network on it. Oh, Leader Aimless died. Wait, I died? When did I die? We got half-hearted the first. And Red, the Crown Princess. Damn, this is called Vexus Prime. Right, what was the second thing on that list? The Straight Jacket. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. I did not know that was a holy side of yours. Gonna just hope they're not gonna attack me. I think we're good. Right, unspent civic points. Let's get some. I think I might take Philosophy King when I have the next amount of unity come in. Just because I like the idea that our Philosopher Kings are more in touch with the Lord Commanders because they're on this quest of like searching for the Toxic King. Right, these areas seem kind of rich, so we're gonna make our claim. Eradica Death Lords, Jesus! Hey, don't try and seek friendly relations. Ooh, that's not good. They're right on our border down here. Okay. So what this means for those of you who don't know, this lot are now going to form into one expansionist horde, which is very hard to kill. So I now need to spend a lot of resources trying to kill them. Smeggle! Oh, God. I'm going to be killed by a dude called Smeggle. Now, what I would do is surrender and become a satrapy, but that's just not how like our order would act, is it? So we're going to go down here, and they're probably going to get to this point. So we're going to upgrade this one here. And upgrade it to a starport in preparation for them arriving. And let's grab that Philosopher King. They're coming. By the way, you see how these things are blinking out? It's because they're coming! I'm gonna grab Defender of the Galaxy. Even though it's not exactly useful right now, I think it makes sense for like how we view ourselves. Oh. If thou seekest these coordinates, thou shalt find something that may entice thee. Long has been the study of the AI Sinople, but the efforts of the brave knights have not been in vain. An encrypted portion of its hard drive has yielded a clue. An explored system several hundred light years from here. Alright, Pitiful's off. After a long and difficult journey, Pitiful to a fault arrived at the system Sinople has spoken of. As if waiting at the exit of the hyperlane to welcome her was a strange automaton. Brandishing its weapons, systems menacingly it proclaimed, "Thou who wished to enter the system must answer me this question veridically. Whyest which this system hath no ood?" Don't know. Oh. He was vaporized. I just got a knight killed. Oh, God. Oh, fearful machine, thou hast slain a good knight pitiful to a fault, but now shall not best me. Huh. I asked what those things were, and he can't answer the question. So he lets us through. Oh, this is cool. Every time we unlock something new, it like helps us. I really like that because a lot of the origins, they give you like a beginning of the game boost. This is like an ongoing one. And so cheerful Doxy the Squire entered the system. There she came upon a planet recently visited by the Toxic God. Perhaps as little as a century ago. That's since our time. So there's another AI here. And cheerful Doxy returned home and was elevated. With just a few more data points and assuming regular movement on the Toxic God's behalf, they might be able to triangulate which region of the space to search for its current location. Alright, we're not going to be able to sustain this forever, but I have been building up our fleet. The Eradica Death Lords are dead. I can only assume that you were killed by this horde. God. Just waiting for this horde to turn up. Oh no, here we go. I hope you believe in miracles, lads. So, that was kind of everything we had. Go ahead and grab unyielding. Oh, thank God. Oh no. They're over here now. We've now found beings far surpassing anything encountered in the spacefaring empire's history. Life capable of growing to an unprecedented scale, rivaling moons in size and mass. Nothing could have prepared us for this. The day will forever mark as a turning point in the pestilence. Let us hope we survive long enough to tell it. So we've seen Leviathans. Where? Okay, you've pledged secret fealty to me. I see. Where are you? Who are you? Oh, you're the ones getting destroyed by the horde. Yeah, I feel you. Oh, the death of the Great Khan. So she was just murdered. So all of my resources on this massive fleet I built for nothing. Well, let's go attack them then. Alright, I want a construction ship behind us, building star bases wherever we conquer. Okay, so they are alive and we're no longer fighting them. Okay, so I spent so many resources, man. We might need them later on. I'll keep the ships around. Okay, so when I said I might need them, it says we're at war with a civilization we can't hope to beat. Ooh. The Order has a mission for the Knight Contumacious Scapegoat, which means willfully disobedient to authority. Oh my god. I think the name's my favorite part of this. The Lord Commander's voice was imperious. Sinopol's last databank has finally given up its secrets, and we have retrieved enough data for a speculative model of the Toxic God's trajectory. Maybe he could save us from this. Thy mission shall have 3 parts. First, thou art to investigate these coordinates. Second, thou art to test our prototype armor. And finally, some time back, one of thy fellow knights disappeared at the very coordinates now provided by Sinopol. It is your task to discover what transpired there. God! Call him Scapegoat for a reason, apparently. So it's Neutronian armor. Lovely. The same stuff the other guy, the Sable Knight, was wearing. So, the travel was uneventful, but soon after landing on their target planet, they met a stranger cloaked in red. Who goes there? Right, the stranger in red. Be not hasty, stranger, I have questions for thee. Ask your questions, my lord. I shall answer them, but tarry not, for my pursuer is close. Okay. Hast thou met another knight in my likeness? I did, yes, a sorrowful day. They at once agreed to help me bless their noble soul. Alas, tragedy struck, for they were slain by my pursuer, and I was left fleeing once again. What art thou? Malagran, awful of the baneful glory. I'm a humble pilgrim of the path of spiritual enlightenment. What is thy business here? Wandering the galaxy, I search for worlds the deity has visited, and I tried to fleer out its motives from the putrid glory left in its wake. The world was teeming with glorious, noxious life. Alas, now it's naught but a blasted rock, sterilized by those who are not fit to see the beauty of the god's legacy. I hope to find the god and bask in its... He's too much. A guardian left behind by those who destroyed this once beautiful place. He tried to kill me after I identified the relics I bear. I'm going to refuse to help. Ah, is that so? Then thou art less a fool than the other knights I have known. I look forward to watching thee fight each other, but I suppose my prediction won't come to pass. For regardless, it doesn't change that thou shalt both soon be dead. Traitor, on guard, fiend. The stranger removed their cloak and drew 2 curving blades of arcing light. A red glow flooded the field as blade met blade. But after only a brief skirmish, the stranger's superiority became evident. Oh no. The Shrouders pop out many abilities, something the decrepit Shroud who trained me should never understood. To think that they would banish me. Okay, here we go. Sinopol's voice! He's here! Brave knight, thine opponent might be able to read thy mind, but not my circus. Surrender thine armor to me, let me fight for thee. The fight was over in a moment. Sinopol struck a low, merciless blow under the stranger's parry. Gasping in surprise, the stranger fell to the ground. Triumphantly, the scapegoat picked up her foe's luminous blades. As she did so, the body of the trickster abruptly dispersed. So he was reading our mind, and so we gave ourselves over to the AI. It's really cool. Shout out to my boy Sinopol. Guys, I prayed to the toxic gods, and they accepted my I can't fight that. They got like 200,000 fleet power. I don't have the ability to fight that. Giving up this territory would destroy our economy, irreversibly so. As you can tell, it's already kind of screwed. So you'll have to forgive me that one. Why is Straitjacket a holy world? Really not gonna like what I do next. Tomb World! It's where we thrive. The 100 Years Quest. 100 years ago, we took to the stars. It was a new beginning for us in our quest, while seemingly infinite opportunities opening to us. Centuries passed. God damn. Now our populations feel divided. While our achievements are undeniable, there are voices doubting the purpose of the knights in the quest. Remove the quest! Demotivated knights or motivated knights. We spend a lot of resources. Let's do it. A festival. We can't afford that. Oh no. Our empire's in constant decline, man. The hell are you? Okay, there's a lot of people in our lands now. They've all got full citizenship. I didn't even realize this was taking place. Oh, hey, guys. Why are you undesirables? Oh, they're mindless drones. Okay, that's why. See, we have this whole fleet, right? It'd be a shame not to use it. Ah, the guys that we're about to fight are the leaders of the council. The strongest in the galaxy. Okay. Look at all this stuff we're locked off from just because of this one region. We are fighting everyone, but I back us here. They've created a pact. So who are we actually at war with? Anyone to the west? No. It's all the guys to the south, basically. Jesus. Okay, that's... that's a lot of people. All right, we're going to hold here with this guy, and then with you guys, we advance. Saw quite a large force here just now. There's about 15,000 power. I don't have that. Well, combined armies I do. So I'm having to call this guy all the way around. Oh no, they're going to try and fight here. We need to go back to full Badon. Where? How did you get around me? All right, let's send the smaller fleet. Go deal with you, apparently. Get rid of that lot. God, so many tiny fleets. Oh, God. Okay. That was horrible. That was so bad. Oh, God. Our economy's in ruins. Okay. Definitely didn't get anywhere close to what I wanted there. But I did unlock this system, which is kind of what I wanted. I think they killed one of my construction ships. I like the Eternal Vigilance Ascension perk. That looks good to me. Tale of Night Shrewd, the Witch of the Woods. It came to pass that during the travels of Night Shrewd and out of control, and otherwise obscure and disfavored night, she happened upon a signal emanating from a debris field in the space between the stars. She speedily laid in course to investigate closer. Oh no, it's a siren. Oh, brave knight, I've waited for thee for millennia, hoping thou wouldst come to my celestial forest. Now that thou art here, I hope that thou wilt spare me the time for a visit to mine own humble abode. I promise yon thou shalt findeth it worthwhile. A small station appeared as if from nowhere. Impetuously, the years of fruitless searching having made her impatient for a stroke of fortune, Shrewd moved her craft to dock onto it. Be cautious, Shrewd. This could be a trap. Indeed, it might be. Oh, as Night Shrewd and Out of Control boarded the station, she was greeted by a feminine being of incredible beauty. Is that it? She looked like the pestilence, and yet there was no mistake that she was... I can't. Look at it, of extreme beauty. All right. I am Samuel, spirit of wayfarers and vagabonds. I hast deemed thee worthy, she drawled. She looked Shrewd up and down. Aye, worthy, forsooth. Worthy of what? Ah! Amorous rights with thee, so we can maketh many fine offspring. Alright, well, gladly, why not? What follows defied description? Okay. Ah, a curious device. Some instinct told her she should leave now quickly before Damerell awoke. Despite her fairness, she sensed a great wrath beneath her. I think I'm going to depart with a kiss. That's like the knightly thing to do, isn't it? Goodbye. Fair knight, I agree that we must now part ways. Okay, she was awake. Good. You must go to your castle, and I to mine own dimension. But know that wherever thou goest, and thy people go with mine own blessing. Ah, new vigor. Population growth speed. Oh, Jesus. Questing knights instead, because that increases this by another 0.2. I do enjoy the fact that I've naturally started role-playing as like a group of knightly orders that just doesn't really care about intergalactic politics. Like I've not really looked at expanding beyond just funding the quest. And I love that the game put me into that. I didn't make the conscious choice. Going into this, my plan was to herald the toxic god by making as many Planet's Tomb Worlds as possible. And that's what I have been doing. I've been trying to make Planet's Tomb Worlds, but that's definitely taken a backseat to just enjoying the narrative. And like I said, it's impressive that the game has managed to engineer me in that direction without me even knowing. Like I deleted an entire fleet. I don't feel the need to expand. I haven't voted on a single one of these things. Because it does represent a bit of a handicap doing this whole quest of the Toxic God as we near the final chapter of this. Monthly energy credits minus 30% and allies from jobs minus 15%. It's hefty. Like I said, it all just sort of weaves in together. The coordinated fulfillment center turning planets into tomb worlds under the relentless push of just trying to find the toxic god. I'm gonna take some of us. No, you can't take one of our knights. Thank you very much. Hey guys, remember the whole business about the holy site thing? Misunderstanding, right? You're not gonna kill me. Please don't kill me. Getting there, lads. We're getting there. 9 months. I'm so excited. I've been playing this game for a long time now. And it's gone by so quickly. I'm very, very excited. This is the one thing that Stellaris does better than any other game I've ever played. The storytelling, whilst also managing an empire in a grand strategy game, is second to none. That's why, despite the fact that I'm no good at it, Stellaris is my game of choice outside of recording. So I'm very glad when those two things coincide. Here we go. Deceived and betrayed, Ephemeral met her fate at the hands of a dark wizard. Engulfed in purple smoke, she disappeared, never to be seen again. On yon day, we lost the most gentle knight, one of the founders of the order. Here endeth the history of Knight Ephemeral. Centuries ago, chronicles wrote about the death of Knight Ephemeral to a fault. I remember that. Who helped create the order and witnessed the toxic gods' visit to our world. However, an addendum to the chronicles will have to be rewritten, for Ephemeral to a fault has returned? The order investigated an energy spike on YouTube comments and met Ephemeral, freshly returned from interdimensional travel. She's been discreetly taken in by the order who will verify her identity and tell her what has happened while she was away. We either hide it, handle this quietly, or tell everyone. We came too far to not celebrate, boys. I'm just sort of sold off most of my minerals for that. Greetings, I am Squire Baleful, Knight Ephemeral to a fault who would like to meet with thee. She stands ready to face our questions and tell us what hath happened. Anything to know beforehand. She's brought up to speed with our technological progress and seemeth to be acclimating well. Her mindset is very different. Our core values are similar, but she sometimes has stout opinions about the way our society's evolved. Oh, that's so cool! So she's gonna have a different opinion. Finally, at last you deign to visit me, so thou art what passed for a king these days. I possess important knowledge about the toxic god, meant strictly for the king. I expect thou hast many questions asked them. How art thou settling in? So much hath changed. I bethought I was returning home, only to realize yond home doesn't exist anymore. Everyone I kneweth is long dead, and only the chronicles can enlighten me as to what hath occurred. I recognize not this word, but at least the order is still there. The quest goeth on, and mine own duty clear. Art all the tales about you truthful? There are minor variations, but for the most part, those gents only maketh our mission reports more readable. I did slay the 100th fiends and braved many dangers for the heart of a maid. Not that it matters in the present day. The lady is as dead as the others. Well, that's really sad. What happened during your exile? I'm not sure. Great. The wizard who sent me there, as well as mine own wrath, most especially the one who holds the key to my heart. It was a chaos, but in the end, I gleaned some precious insight in the process too. Thou sayest thou could helpeth findeth the toxic god. During mine own exile, I did see things like looking through a fractured mirror. The same scene did repeat again and again with tiny variations. Here we go. I did talk to the Lord Commander, and thou seems to have enough clues to find this place. We only need the permission to leave. Prepare the knights, boys. We're going. Quest for the toxic god, the seal. The data point recover. I'm like giddy with excitement. This is great. With Sinophal's help, has allowed us to chart the path followed by the toxic god and to pinpoint the system where it might have gone next. However, upon entering the space, the knights of him react immediately. He's here. I can sense his presence. Oh, it's the trickster. Oh god. The scapegoat. We need the scapegoat to take him out again. Thou art persistent, the trickster said, but this is the end of thy quest. Mine own master shall not tolerate thy foolish beliefs to fell the balance of the shroud any more than they already hast. There is no toxic god, and soon the toxic knights will be no more. As the trickster fell silent, we registered multiple signatures entering the system. The order's fleet was beset by energy beings summoned by the trickster. At the same time, on the moon itself, our valiant knights were set upon a host of shroud beasts and conjured by the road shroud walker. Our knights were driven back until the Lord Commander rallied them for the order. The shout echoing across the field of battle, the knights reformed ranks. Around their commander dove once more into the fray. At the heart of the melee, Knight Ephemeral laughed, reveling in the purity of combat. At least one thing has remained unchanged while she had been gone. The knights broke through, and only the trickster stood before them. Oh no, someone aimed at the Lord Commander, but Ephemeral dove to intercept the attack. Knight Shrewd and out of control, famous for her encounter with the CML, delivered the final blow for the trickster. Oh, it's the person who slept with the random ass goddess thing. Foul knights may your people fall to woe, and all your knowledge be forgotten. Okay, so he's dead. Rather he slayeth me than my liege, for my death shall not be great harm, not half as much as his. Ah, Ephemeral to a fault is dead. In the aftermath of the battle, the knights searched every inch of the moon. At last, deep within the southern reaches, they discovered a baneful contraption left by the trickster. Energy thrummed as the cracks appeared in the machine. With the death of its creator, it was gradually unraveling. From orbit, the ships reported a strange subspace phenomenon at the edge of the system. To fully understand what transpired that way, we will have to dispatch a fleet of our own. Okay, so he's here in Alfeka. Toxic god. It's him! We found him! We found him! Quick! Send everyone! Send everyone! Alright, let's go say hi to our god. Alfeka is home to swirling corrosive mists, and within them lurks the toxic entity we've been searching for. A metallic maw, a chitinous carapace, tentacles and gas sacs. The spacefaring behemoth glows with a sickly green light. We are not welcome. It is too hideous for words, or the god is testing us. Summon the fleet. Alright, summon the fleet, boys. Alright, we pulled together every resource we can to pull this lot into the fray. We have, what, 31 battleships. We'll see if that's enough to take on the toxic god. Oh, God. That's painful. I don't know if we're gonna win. Come on, boys. Oh, this one's gonna be close. There's only 11 of them left. There's less than a third of the fleet. We did it! The toxic god is defeated and lays at our mercy. An analysis reveals while the chemical composition of its secretions is close to what we can find on our homeworld, it is not exactly the same. Can this be an offspring of the true god? Could there be others? Or was this merely a beast of the void? Whatever the truth, our scientists speculate it could be nursed back to health. We could have the thing at our beck and call. So we have two choices, lads. Either we end the quest here and we take control of the toxic god, a colossus that can toxify worlds. Or this is no god and we kill it. Today, we're going to end our quest. And we're taking control of this toxic god who can just go and yeah, toxify the entire world. Let's go see what that looks like. There we go, toxify planet. Oh, love he's got his own little meteor strike. Oh, it's happening! It's done. Planet toxified. As the awesome stream of the venomous substance from the toxic god subsides, Wright is transformed from a vibrant ecosystem into a noxious world on which few life forms can thrive. And that is the beauty of the toxic god. So, ladies and gentlemen, that brings a close to the pestilence, to the YouTube comments, to all of it. I'd like to thank Paradox once again for sponsoring this video. And let me remind you, that is not the end of the quest. You can right now find out what happens if you decide to kill the toxic god. Is that the toxic god? Is there another one out there? I am going to immediately reload and find out after this. But I'm going to do that off camera, so I leave you something to discover for yourself. If you did enjoy, please do check out the new DLC. It shows Paradox that I do my job well, and hopefully you want that for me. I guess. I don't know how toxic we're getting today. Otherwise, lads, I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Huge shout out to our patrons, most notably Charlie Damerell, Crilly, Flyerton, JDow52, Kargon, Sjalmi, Lewis Wright, Nicole's Christ, QA Shard, Redguard, and ShadowSinger. Your support means a lot, guys. Whilst you're here, you might as well click on another video. I mean, it's literally right there.